Okay, so today is Friday. What day is it today? I think it's November 4th. Yeah, Friday, November 4th. I feel like a lioness today. I've been watching a lot of lion documentaries, and I just feel like the lionesses be having really dark eyes, and sometimes they look really scary. Like if I ever came across a lioness, especially one that had cubs, I would be freaked out. But my eyes are looking really dark today. They look super dark. So I'm feeling the vibes of like lone lioness out here trying to survive, trying to make do with what I got, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm feeling the fire today. Today started off kind of rocky. My son is sick today. He's a bit under the weather. Eric and I had a little argument this morning. And then the house is a mess. That's the last thing. That's the three things that are going wrong for me this morning. And I really wasn't in the mood to film. I was definitely in the mood to write. I have been writing like crazy lately. I've been plotting for LNL like crazy. And so I definitely was going to do that today no matter what. I was going to get in the zone today because Friday is my day off. Today's my day off. So this is the day when I give it my all to my book. So I had to convince myself to really get cute, come on camera, and film. So I'm sorry. I feel like all of my videos are kind of like this. It's, you know, my back feels like it's up against a wall a lot of the time. I feel like I'm not having to force telling this story because this is what I want to be doing, but I'm having to force enforce in the best way possible, right? Like I'm not giving up. I'm having to fight through, you know, diversity, or what is it? What am I talking about? Diversity. I'm having to fight through, I don't know what the word is, but it's that word. You know that word. So I'm having to fight through adversity. I'm having to be tenacious and like keep going, and really just having to like force myself to move forward and not stay still, not be stuck, not regress, you know, not be stagnant. I'm really having to like force myself to you know what, just do this. Just do this thing because I want to do this. It's just every time I film, every time I bring out the camera, something is wrong. And that's how it feels lately. But I don't care. I'm not gonna stop. That's what I've always done. You know, I've been trying to do YouTube for like 5 years. My oldest videos on YouTube are 5 years old. So I've been doing this for a while, or at least like wanting to do this for a while. And I just always let my train get derailed. If you watch my YouTube videos, are my diary. YouTube is my diary. I have a playlist on YouTube. I kind of talk about this and talk about how I'm so used to falling off. I'm so used to giving up. But really, I don't know, since I turned 26, 2022 was a year for me where God and we are like working together. We're on the same page, and I'm just like, I'm not going to give up this time. I believe in myself this time. So even if it's a bad day, I am still going to produce fruit. Okay, so let's get into what you came here for. Okay, I cannot explain to you guys how excited I am to finally have a super long video for writing. I have been craving one of these videos, so I decided to make my own. I adore plotting. I just have so much fun doing this. I love putting up these pictures and thinking of scenes based on what I'm looking at. I just want to make a quick disclaimer that I do not own any of the pictures that you guys see. I simply go onto Pinterest and print them off of Pinterest. So a lot of the pictures that I'm using are from other books, other creators who have put things together. Actually, the Atlas 6, that book on the left, is, I actually discovered that book because I was printing pictures off the internet and I really liked a picture, and I did a little bit more research and I found out it was a character from this book that I'm just started reading. So anyways, I just love this process. It helps me so much. Right now, I'm in the warm-up stage of my writing, just like an athlete would have to warm up before taking the field or getting on the court, you as a writer have to warm up your brain before you begin writing. This process can take anywhere from like 5 minutes to the entire time. Sometimes you don't even get out of the warm-up stage. You don't get past that. Maybe you get interrupted, etc. Truthfully, I have so much fun just being able to touch my book and begin getting into the creativity. It's just fun for me, okay? So what I'm doing now is I'm going to be creating scene cards. So every scene that I write will have a card, and then I'll write a bit about what's on that scene or what happens in that scene, the major events in that scene that are going to affect my story, of course, any details that I need to remember. And I'm giving it sort of a code name, so Dark Conversation. This is a conversation that happens between two of my characters. It's a scene. I love this method of plotting because if you literally have post-it cards, then you can cut scenes so easily, reorder your scenes easily. It's just easy to be able to use these cards and then reorder your story. So all I'm doing right now, organizing my scenes that I've already got written down on paper. So I'm just creating scene cards for these. Again, like I said, I'm in the warm-up stage, just getting back into my writing and having a good time. So it's really dark in here. The weather is taking a turn for the worse. It's storming outside, so it's really nice. It's really vibey in here. This reminds me of a school, one of the secret schools in my world. It's a sanctuary for lost, abandoned, abused, neglected children. And so all of the schools like that are surrounded by water and like secluded. So this gives me major inspiration for what one of those like schools would look like. And then this lady here, again, picture off Pinterest, not mine, not my character. Just gives me major inspiration for one of the guards that guards these schools. This is what they would look like. It is 6 a.m. as I'm recording or like editing this video, and I'm trying to decide what to keep in the video, what to take out. I don't want it to be boring, but whenever I watch writing videos or whenever I'm scouring YouTube for writing videos, I want to see this. This is the part of the creation process that I wish like J.K. Rowling would have recorded herself doing, so we could see what it took for her to get into her mindset of her story. Not like comparing myself to J.K. Rowling or anything, but maybe at the same time I am, we have to aim high. But basically I have to like print out pictures. I am a visual artist. I'm somebody that needs to see things. I'm teaching myself how to draw so I can actually draw my own characters. Some of those, like that dragon in there with that black and white, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. I'll put an arrow, but like I drew that myself. So some of these things I do draw myself, but I really heavily rely on Pinterest and other people's creation to help me at this moment in time. I don't know why I love this picture so much. It just makes me think of a guy who like is willing to suffer to become like better. Like because he's blindfolded, I imagine him being like in a forest training and fighting off things. That's how I see this. I don't know what exactly this is from, but it's not my picture. So now I'm working on, let's see what chapter I'm on. So now I'm on, oh wow, no, okay. I'm on chapter 16, maybe 17. I started writing chapter 16. So I'm farther than I thought. But last night when I was in bed, I was thinking, girl, and I had so many more ideas. So I'm ready to keep going. One of my main characters, his name is Ethan, and he is experiencing major revelation at the moment. And it's really time for him to step up and come into who he was always meant to be. And he's allowed himself to sort of grieve. He's dealing with a situation that is unexpected. And so he's grieving at the moment. But, you know, the villain in the book is not going to let him do that for long. So he needs to get his shit together and understand that it's time to protect and serve, because that is what he is here to do. I'm trying to get into the mind that is Ethan Black. He is a soldier. He is militant. He follows his commands. He serves and protects. And right now he's been rattled to his core. And so he's in a dark place right now. Only the villain in the book has, you know, kind of come, and Ethan needs to step up and fight. Okay, so that's where I'm at. I'm trying to get those vibes, and I'm listening to music. Dune playlist, if you guys watched Dune. I love Timothy Shamalama Ding Dong. He is so cute, and I feel like he played this part so well. And I really feel like after watching this, that sort of militant energy that he brings to his character, especially when if you guys remember in the scene when he is fighting the black guy. I don't know who the character is, but you guys know what happens in that scene. I won't spoil anything, but in that scene, like, you really see Paul's character and how he is doing what he's called to do. And it's uncomfortable for him, but he goes forward and he moves forward. And I'm drawing inspiration from that. So I'm listening to the Dune soundtrack, and I'm going to get into the mind of Ethan Black.
Everything that happens is motivation.
Have you guys thought about your book's cover art and what you're gonna do for that? This is just something, again, I took off Pinterest and I used Word and I expanded it, obviously. And so I use this to just write my first chapter. But yeah, I think the cover of a book is so important. And, you know, you really have to have that cover that's gonna pull people into what you want. Do you guys prefer covers of books that have people on them or don't have people on them? They've got the characters within the book. They have art within the book. Okay, so like, what the heck? Yeah. They've got like character art in the book. This one has a straight up dragon on the cover. I love this picture of this cover. I can do animals. I like animals on a cover. That's cool. So what I'm trying to do now is get into the mindset of the characters that are actually on screen, right? So it's the book is a multi-perspective book, and sometimes the narrator will take over. And so right now where we're at in chapter 16 is the narrator is explaining what's happening, and there are 3 of my male characters are experiencing a transition in their life, and they're all in the same scene or in the close vicinity, so they're kind of experiencing it all together, and each decision that they make is changing their life. It's changing the trajectory of their life. So this is a big moment for 3 of my main characters. I have quite a bit of main characters, quite a bit of perspectives, but I love it so far. I love how I've been able to go from different perspectives, you know, in the way I've plotted it. Now, who knows when I actually write it? That'll be another story, so we'll find out. But so far, I'm really happy with how many characters I have and how the story is being told. So I want to turn on some different music. I'm gonna turn on maybe like, I really like K-Flay. If you guys have heard High Enough, or what's the other one that I really like? Blood in the Cut. That's a really good song for like the vibes and the mood that I'm in right now. So something I think that's pretty interesting about my book is that if you murder somebody in the world of LNL, you yourself will have a piece of your body. It could be your fingernail, it could be your lung. Something on your body is going to rot because you took someone else's life. Now the world is going to eat a piece of you. So people don't like to kill in my world. It's not something that you just do, you know, kind of like we do it in this world, in the real world, in the US of A. It's just not accepted the way, you know, it is in real life. So basically, one of my boys is dealing with a dilemma. Is he going to kill or not? Okay, so what you see here is about 3 scenes put together, and this would consist of 1 chapter for my book. So I just take pictures, get inspiration, and then write out a little bit about each of these scenes, and then I move forward. This is what I plan on doing until I finish the book. I'm just going to continue to plot like this and really try to get a story formulated. where they're at in the book, where my characters are at right now, is in this world that I'm creating, murder is not only illegal, it could also be fatal for the killer. 3 of my main characters, I do have a lot of main characters, but 3 of them right now are in a predicament where they're wondering, are we gonna kill? So that's where I'm at right now, and that's why I'm trying to get into like a darker sort of a mindset. And like I had mentioned before, Ethan Black is dealing with a predicament. He's in a predicament. And so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm just gonna keep going. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. If you are, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please give this video a thumbs up, and also comment below if you guys ever think about commenting and then don't. Just do it, please. Okay, we can get to know each other. You know, it's all love over here. So just let me know what you guys are working on, and maybe we can get inspiration from each other. I think that's the best thing ever. Somebody commented on my like first YouTube video about this series and gave me actual inspiration. So that was really cool. So just definitely comment. Let's have a conversation. So I have about 1 hour left. So I'm gonna see how much farther I can get in 1 hour. And then I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna pack up for the day and go pick up my baby boy from daycare.